GYMDAD Fitness. Today we have with us lava fuel, and this is straight from the mountains of Mordor. If you saw the thumbnail, and then I'll get into why and why I made this comparison. Lava fuel right here. If you want this product, pick it up at highstempreworkouts.com. This one is a hot commodity. It's rare, and so definitely the Sharp AMF went pretty quick. So make sure you hop on that if this sounds like something for you. Also, any order, I believe it's through the 22nd. Is gonna get the owner of highstempreworkouts.com is gonna do a drawing with all the order numbers that are placed from, I believe it was the 1st of October through like the 22nd or something, sometime in this time frame. All I know is right now, if you place an order this week, you'd be in that drawing. And the winner will get a casket of pre-workouts and some samples and goodies. He sent me a photo of the casket. It looks freaking awesome. It's gonna be hilarious. Something that you want to keep on hand year round to store your pre's in. And anyway, so definitely got to play the win, and why not play and win and get double win and snatch yourself some lava fuel. But anyway, this one right here, let's get straight into the label breakdown, and then we'll jump into the effects of this one. And to be honest, like most of these ones, these labels are wacko. Some of them have big claims, some of them have no claims. So we'll fly right through this. And also for the keep our hitters safe, we'll just we'll use some terminology and lingo that will keep for the professional users will understand, but not for the casual user. But this is a Steen Wild Raspberry, and this is gonna be very eerily similar to IR8 as far as taste. You're gonna wonder if you just purchased another package of IR8 when you taste this thing. So it's not good. Just a heads up, fair warning. And this is a 1 scoop, 2 scoop. So this thing is 6 grams or 12 grams. I ran this once at like 12.8 something, and then I ran this a second time at like 13.5. And I'll give you my breakdown. Actually, no, the first time it was 13. The second time, first time I actually ran it at like 10.8. I wanted to make sure like it was nothing too crazy, so I ended up going slightly under the dose. In the scooper, also another side note, I don't know if it's just my container, but my scooper was a 10-gram scooper, so be careful, because this is a 1 scoop, 2 scoop, so the scooper technically should be like the Venom scooper that was only like 6-ish grams. So definitely tread lightly, use your grammage scale for this one, because we are dealing with potent stuff. And so the 2 scoop servings: beta-alanine 2 grams, citrulline malate 2 grams, let's see here, glycerine, L-carnitine, say 1.5, creatine HCl, 1 gram. Our writing's really small here, I'm struggling. Agmatine sulfate 1 gram, arginine 1 gram, L-carnitine 0.5 grams, tyrosine 0.5, alpha-GPC 0.2, let's see here, DMAE at 2.2 as well there, 200 milligrams, guarana extract 20% caffeine, 200 milligrams, decaffeine malate 200 milligrams, caffeine, green tea there 200 milligrams, and then we have over here rhodia rosea 150 milligrams, teocrine 140 milligrams, mocha sprinos 120 milligrams, grapeseed extract 100 milligrams, citrus heritium 100 milligrams, Horton HCl 50 milligrams. There we have, and then we have a vitamin booster system. That's a vitamin C, niacin, B6, and it does put on label to niacin flushes may occur. But both times I ran this, didn't really have much. I don't know. Maybe I'm a little more immune to it after my run-in with Vendetta, but nothing like Vendetta as far as that. So honestly, like on label, I didn't even look at this one before running the product, but nothing really crazy that jumps out at you. So we're looking at like a Smash AMF was kind of similar to this. Game On. This one is unique and different though, I believe. I don't think this has the same design. Some of these ones are literally just copy and paste of each other, and they at least made it a little bit different and unique. I haven't seen the breakdown like this quite yet. Okay, so effects. time. This is what this one's, everyone's on here for. Before we get into this one, I want to give a shout out and thank you to the current subscribers. And then I think we hit the 400 mark this past week. And then subscribe if you haven't yet. Definitely helps the channel grow. It helps me grow, and also helps me get my hands on some more pre's and stuff. So if I have a nice little following, and thanks you guys for being my friends.
Thank you so much for being my friends.
I love it. I love these connections. Love the relationships. That's the best part about this. When I give these reviews, I feel like I'm just hanging out with my buddies, talking pre in a room right here. So I never really look at it as like professional sales pitch recordings, kind of bullshit like that. It's just like me and my friends talking pre. And so this one right here, this is gonna come in fairly quick as far as the energy and focus, like switch flip. There's definitely a little bit of a switch flip going on here, like that Irate and Venom had. I would say probably within 20 minutes of ingesting, you're gonna feel something brewing. It's not like intense, it's not overwhelming. And then about 30 to 40, you're gonna start feeling things really pick up, like when you need to get to the gym. It still wasn't as aggressive to me as Irate, as far as like the gotta go, gotta get there attitude. It definitely had more of it was more on the sharp AMF, like the way it came in, but I'd say a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more urgency than a sharp AMF. And then at about the 40 to 50 minute mark, this thing really kind of takes flight. You're lifting aggression, tunnel vision, focus. You want to be there. You want to be in the moment. This is one of these ones. This pre has attitude. Like you just want to freaking chuck around the weight. And it's not in like an alpha yo type way. Like it's not like an aggressive way, like some of these alpha yo smackers we've seen that have this, I believe it's synephrine as well, that accounts for some of that. What was it? Ronin was like that, where you wanted to like throw a dumbbell through the wall. This has got swagger to it. It's the best way to describe this thing. This thing is pre-workout with the swagger in it. Like you feel like you are the fucking man in the gym on this one. And like anything in your way, you're on a mission. You're just like locked in like the freaking Terminator. This is what this one wished it was. Tuck down the whole tower. I feel like I'm calling this one out just because of the name on it. But this is what you're going to feel like on this one. You're going to feel like that image there. And this lava fuel, you're going to be on one mission only, and that's to pump as much iron as you possibly can. It's more, if I compare this thing, people want to know what to compare it to as far as like the attitude. And I thought about this one because I was thinking of the thumbnails and the lava, and I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan. Read all the books this past like couple of years, and then also watched the movies as a kid. I was thinking this is like lava from Mount Mordor, and you feel if Sharp AMF is Gandalf the White, Gandalf the Great, when he comes back and saves the day, that's what you feel like on Sharp AMF. I can't remember what, I think that was the third movie, when that comes flying in with his white shit on when everyone thought he was dead, and like, oh, it's like, all right, let's rally the troops, let's kick some ass. That's what you feel like on Sharp AMF. This one is Orcakai juice right here, man. This is aggressive. This is a little bit angry. This is you're just so locked in on your mission. You're taking orders from the boss, and you're told to pump as much weight as you possibly can. And if anyone gets in your way, they will be disposed of. And so I wouldn't say this is like an antisocial pre, but you're definitely like, if someone, for instance, I had someone that wanted to like work in with me today, and I'm like, yeah, let's freaking do it. I don't say hell no because I'm a nice guy. Even if I'm running lava fuel, I was like joking around with him, like, you better keep up, man. We're gonna get it going here. And I don't know if he was all for it. He was probably like 18 years old or something like that. It was like a little spooked out. And he's like, no, I'll hop in when you're done. And I was like, all right, whatever. So that's just one of these ones, like you're social, you're willing to talk, to joke around, but at the same time you're not willing to fuck around and give up your workout. That's what I always say, like, I love some of these pre-workouts are social, but some of them are so damn bubbly and happy, you almost end up giving up some of your workout when you're chatting it up with people. But this one, if they're not in it to win it with pumping the iron today, you're not going to want to talk to them. Like, this is for the people that want to lift the damn weight, and that's what you'll still be chumming it up if the people you're talking to are locked in and focused on the mission at hand as well. So lava fuel, that's kind of how it differs. This is the more aggressive, more of the swagger like mindset. Like, to compare this, I always loved it when TJ from Fitness Deals Dudes did music comparison. This one is the early 2000s, 2018 to 2022 like rap music for me. I liked the Kendrick Lamar, the Mac Miller, the Lil Wayne kind of has some good hitters in that era, but this one has that like that attitude, man. I was listening to like Humble by Kendrick Lamar. That's the best example of this one. It has that peppy upbeatness to it, but at the same time you're lifting with that attitude that you just want to fuck shit up today, and that nothing else is on your mind, moving as much weight as possible. Also, like even with the injury and stuff, I was limited on what I could do, and so I feel like that's another thing too. Some of these pre's just don't hit right when you're not quite in it, but I haven't really had that issue. I mean, I'm a changed person. I've been through enough injuries at this stage in my life. Being in my 30s now, that I kind of just you focus on what you can do, not what you can't do. And this thing definitely had me that way. I was just so happy to be able to like do curls and tricep pull downs and shit like that without having anything over my head. Kind of irritates it, but I keep it right in here, and I'm good. Also, this thing very sweaty too. This one is a huge thermogenic one. Was sweating like a grease monkey on the 4th of July. Overall, like the bubble though, like it was so good and so like in the zone. Not, I wouldn't say happy, but like it does hit that point when you're like, gosh dang, I hope this doesn't go anymore, because like I feel too damn good right now. Like I do not want to leave the gym. You just want to keep going as long as you possibly can, and you're not even sure if this thing can go any higher as far as how damn good you feel and how much you are enjoying the moment and enjoying lifting the weights. This is a little less bubble than IR8, but it kind of is in that same class aggression wise. I felt this one might be too much for some people, especially if they like to grip it and rip it a little bit more and push it. And like my good friend Mr. Remix Everything calls it, this thing's a sizzler. This thing sizzles you up. You kind of get a little bit of those head tingles going on. I had them all throughout the workout. They never stopped. Sometimes they kind of come in real quick, just one or two, and then they go away. Well, this one, it sizzles the whole damn workout. You get everything. You get the big bang like sizzle. You get the aggressive power output, kind of like some people kind of the people that responded well to Smash felt that like like that swagger, that just like on a mission to destroy everything in your way. But at the same time, it still has some of those good vibes. Like I'll kind of compare it, the good vibes wise, to like maybe like a Venom or IR8 as far as like the euphoria goes. It's not like that happy dancing, but it's definitely like you want to be there and you want to be in the moment. And overall, how this one scores. Sense of urgency, perfect for me. Absolutely wouldn't want any more. Red bars, this definitely has more energy than Sharp AMF. Raw energy, red bar too. Like it's absolutely perfect. Wouldn't want any more red bar. Pumps are very little. Honestly, the best one I've had so far for pumps was that Vendetta. I think it's something to do with the nicene, that getting the blood to the skin. So 2 or 3 for the pumps. Flavor, 1 bar. We're not here for the flavor though. Euphoria, red bars too. So like honestly, like everything pre-workout wise for me, this thing scores in the red bars. Aggression, red bar as well. I don't know if we can have a damn category. Maybe sense of urgency kind of fits into that aggression, but it's definitely one for the arsenal if you want like that little mix up. For me, on a healthy week, this is like one hell of a push day for me. This is like your chest day Saturday, or your shoulder day Saturday. This would be a little too intense for legs for my liking. I'm going Sharp AMF for legs, and this one for my heavy chest or heavy shoulder day. And that's how this one kind of falls for me. So very thrilled about this one. I'll throw my highstempreworkouts.com little chart where this one kind of falls. And this is me. This is just personal preference. So obviously, like this isn't the gospel of pre-workouts when I put that graph up. It's just kind of how I feel about these things. So overall, that's how this thing breaks down score-wise for me. Awesome product. These things go by fast. If this sounds like one for you, go and snatch it. If this seems a little too intense for you, probably pass on it. If you want something a little more gentle, Sharp AMF is right there with it as far as overall effects. It just, it's a different style, different attitude. Like I said, Gandalf the Great, Gandalf the White for Sharp AMF, your Orcakai, Saruman for this one. This is a little more aggressive, a little more angry, but optimistic at the same time. You're going to feel good. You're going to feel like you want to be in the gym, though. It's not like a depression angry kind of thing. So all in all, like, subscribe. We'll catch you guys in the next review. Guys, thanks for hanging with me through the review. And as I mentioned in the description, thumbnail and stuff, we have a special guest review with us today. This is the first time any channel has ever brought on a non-human to a review of pre-workout. And I've had people reach out to me and tell me, oh, like, you know, it's awesome. You're tracking down all these pre's and stuff, and like I got to give credit where credit is due, and that's my main man Zorglop. You know, he's the guy that he was on the videos for the pre-workout giveaway. He's the character on the front of the website. When you go there, he kind of is behind the scenes doing all the dirty work, but getting none of the love. And you know, Zorglop came to us from the old Stim Star system, way out from God knows where, and the only purpose of him being here is for us to have better workouts. And he was tired of seeing so many damn copycat mediocre pre's hit the market, and so he wanted to bring us something interesting, but something that we could not abuse. You know, something we would use as a sacred weapon for days that are very very special. And so Zorglop wants to give his message too, and I reached out to Zorglop and I'm like, hey man, you know, I love doing these reviews and I like, you know, giving my breakdowns and stuff, but I want to give you some spotlight too, give you some love for finding these pre's for us. And so he agreed. He's only going to keep them short, so you got to listen the fuck up and strap in because it's going to be quick. But he's going to give you the breakdown. But thanks for sticking with me, and I'll kick it over to Zergalop to break it down now.
All right, lava fuel. So personally, I love lava fuel. It's the only pre-workout that gives me the effect of my muscles feeling like they are flickering and turning on, and I can actually feel my power level rising within myself. And the perfect thing about lava fuel is that it gives you the attitude and the energy and the mental to go with, just like very confident, very I can do it, I can take it on, I got this kind of energy and mentality. And then, you know, the third aspect is this deep focus, and this like sense of like singular drive that goes along with that. And so like these three different characteristics coming together into sort of the ultimate lava fuel experience. This is something that if you're somebody that likes to take these pre-workouts because you want the feel goods and the chit chatties and the happy time type stuff, this is not bad. This is a heat-seeking missile. This is an assassin. This is a muscle car that you probably, you know, might not be capable of driving if you're not being careful. You know, there's a lot of horsepower on this pre-workout, and it's very cool. It's very cool, very confident, very focused, very driven.